All right, how's everybody doing? I'm trying to test out something here. Restream. See if this is working. Let's see. Where are we broadcasting? All right. How's everybody doing? I'm trying to test. Okay, so we're broadcasting through Restream. I'm just testing this out. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. We're gonna do a broadcast. We're gonna talk about this new study that came out from Citigroup that dealt with how racism has cost the U.S. $16 trillion in the past 20 years. Okay, I'm just testing out this equipment here. How's everybody doing? Hey, this is Michael Imhotep. So how do I sound? So I'm broadcasting. Usually I broadcast through Zoom. Usually I broadcast through Restream, but I use Zoom to broadcast. So here I'm just broadcasting directly through Restream, and I'm testing this out to see how this is. Let me see. Are we broadcasting on YouTube also? So just give me a minute. I'm testing this out. And Zoom keeps acting up on me, so I may just broadcast directly through Restream. All right, so those are watching on Facebook. How do I sound? I'm broadcasting through my mixer. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to monitor this on my phone. So that looks good. Sound is good. That looks good. I'm going to change shirts too. I didn't plan to go live, but I'm trying to test this out. So I guess this is all right. It says Restream. All right, so guys, hey, look, give me, this has been a crazy week, crazy day. But we're going to do a live broadcast here. I'm going to restart this. There's a study that came out. I posted about it this morning. Racism has cost the U.S. $16 trillion in 20 years. And you got a president who does not want to acknowledge that systemic racism exists in this country, who is attacking the 1619 Project, even though the 1619 Project is flawed, who does not want schools to teach the history of slavery. Okay, we're in some deep trouble here. Okay, and you can talk all the economic empowerment and entrepreneurship you want to. That's good. But when you got an idiot like Trump in office, 41% of black-owned businesses have been wiped out as of April 2020. Okay, that's because of the coronavirus economy, and it's probably being that this is September. It's probably 50% of black-owned businesses by now. All right, so and don't miss the African History Network show this Sunday either. Okay, because Sunday we'll talk about Breonna Taylor. I reached out to a pretty well-known black female attorney today. She responded back to me. We're going to get her on in the next few days to really, really break down this Breonna Taylor case. You need to hear that from legal scholars, okay, who really understand what's going on. All right, so we'll be back here in a few minutes. How's everybody doing? Bill and Michelle and June. Okay. And when I broadcast, I have a 12-channel mixer here also. So the mic is, everything is synced, running through the mixer, the mic, and the laptop. Everything is synced together. Okay, so give me about 15 minutes. So let me see how to stop this thing. Okay. Because I'm broadcasting directly through Restream. And I'm going to check that out. Oh, okay. So see, I'm getting used to this. Usually I use Zoom, but hell, if I can just do well, I may have to keep Zoom for when I interview people. But I'm broadcasting directly through Restream right now, so it works out pretty well. All right. So let's see here. And let me see. Okay. All right. So look, guys, hey, give me about 10, 15 minutes. We'll be back, and we're coming back. I got a ton of information for you all. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network. Also, post the name of your business here in the thread of the broadcast. Email us at customer service at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, customer service at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. We'll let you know how you can advertise with the African History Network. Promo going on about one more day. We have 2 or 3 more slots left. And also you can donate to the African History Network, $ the AHN show through Cash App, $ the AHN show through Cash App, or through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. Okay. You see me post articles here about Breonna Taylor. We'll talk some about that on my Sunday night show, but I'm going to bring on a real brilliant legal scholar to really, really break this down. That's a different conversation than just when you hear people that don't understand law talk. Now, I wasn't expecting charges. Daniel Cameron is not just a black Republican. Daniel Cameron was legal counsel for Moscow Mitch McConnell from 2015 to 2017. He's being groomed by the GOP. And September 9th, there was an article that I posted today from September 9th, 2020. Donald Trump released a list of potential Supreme Court nominees. Okay. Supreme Court justice nominees. There were 20 names on that list. Daniel Cameron's name was on that list also. All right. So this is an example of how elections have consequences. This is an example of what happens when you have the wrong person as an attorney general, when you have the wrong person as a prosecutor. This is what happens. All right. First of all, the grand jury process is a secretive process. So we don't know what took place in the grand jury process. And not only that, the charge for the one officer, that he was charged with wanton endangerment for shooting into the neighbor's apartment. The neighbors weren't even hurt. The neighbors were white too. But this is Kentucky. Kentucky's a red state. You have a Negro attorney general doing the bidding of his masters. This is what this is. Okay. This is why now Moscow Mitch McConnell is up for re-election November 3rd, 2020. His ass needs to be voted out of office. Okay. He's helped Trump get 212 federal judges confirmed. All right. And he's helping Trump to try to get this Supreme Court nominee confirmed as well. Trump hasn't announced who the Supreme Court nominee is going to be. But now notice this. Republicans in the Senate have not passed a coronavirus bill. They have not come to an agreement with Democrats in the House to pass a coronavirus bill in the Senate and then have it go back to the House and get it signed into law by Trump. Okay. Democrats in the House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act in May 2020. The $600 a month, the $600 a week in additional unemployment insurance expired July 31st, 2020. Republicans in the Senate knew when it was expiring. Democrats in the Senate knew when it was expiring. Democrats and Republicans in the House knew when it was expiring. July 31st, 2020. Mitch McConnell sends the Senate on a 1 month recess, and they had not come to an agreement on a bill. You have people out here hurting. You have people out here who are on the verge of being evicted, for foreclosure, things like this. And you watch. Republicans in the Senate are going to move with a quickness to try to get this Supreme Court justice confirmed. 2 weeks ago, they got 6 federal judges confirmed, but you still don't have a consensus on the HEROES bill, for coronavirus. And states are being crushed by the debt, by the weight of having to pay unemployment insurance at the state level. States need a bailout from the government as well to be able to function. So you have 2 evil ass men, Donald Trump and Moscow Mitch McConnell, and tens of millions of people are suffering from this. This is an example of how elections have consequences. This is not about Democrat or Republican. They just happen to be Republicans, and they're horrible. They're evil as hell. Lucifer in the flesh, and um, the little elf, the little evil elf. But this is an example of understanding how laws and policies impact every aspect of your life. Politics is the legal distribution of scarce wealth, power, and resources, and the writing of laws, statutes, ordinances, amendments, and treaties, their adoption, interpretation, and enforcement. Politics impacts every aspect of our lives. So everybody telling you we don't need to vote, we just need to do economic empowerment, invest in the stock market, build 5-story buildings, things like this. That's good. I've said that numerous times before. I'm not against that. My degree's in business administration. I taught entrepreneurship for 7 years, did business consulting for 7 years, managed black-owned companies where we had contracts with the city of Detroit, county of Wayne, state of Michigan. We employed a lot of African Americans. I'm all for that. But I also understand how politics impacts every aspect of your life and how politics, laws, and government shape the economy that your black-owned business operates within, and there's regulations that regulate your business. I understand that as well, because I've seen it firsthand. So when you have people saying, oh, well, we just need to do economic empowerment and things like this, they need to talk about we need to elect a president who will protect the economy that our black-owned businesses operate within. You have a president who is destroying the economy that African-American-owned businesses operate within. You had a president who inherited a relatively healthy economy from President Barack Obama and Joe Biden. It wasn't a perfect economy. It was much better than the economy they inherited from George W. Bush. And you had 113 consecutive months of private sector job growth that ended with this unstable genius. And it was 10 years. It was the longest run of private sector job growth in history. Started under President Barack Obama, and it ended with this unstable genius who's supposed to be the big businessman because he didn't read his presidential daily briefings. There were warnings in November and December about coronavirus. January 28th, his then National Security Advisor, Robert O'Brien, gave him a briefing on coronavirus and told him how severe it was. He ignored that. February 7th, when he was interviewed by Bob Woodward, he admitted that he knew the severity of it, and it was transmitted through the air. He admitted he knew how deadly it was while he was downplaying it in public. And he said that he wanted to continue to play it down. March 19th, he said, I always wanted to play it down. I still like playing it down because I don't want to create a panic. March 19th, he said, now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob. Just today and yesterday, some startling facts came out. It's not just older. He said, young people too, plenty of young people. But he just said in the past couple of weeks, young people are virtually immune to it. Because civics has been taken out of school, people really don't understand the duties and responsibilities and the power of a president. Okay, literally, when you lie, people die. And the more lies you tell, the more people die. So we had 203,000 people dead. His new doctor that he has heading up the coronavirus task force is Dr. Stephen Hahn, H-A-H-N, Dr. Stephen Hahn. This guy is a radiologist. This guy has never been involved in fighting against he's not a virologist like Dr. Anthony Fauci. He's never been involved in fighting against pandemics or anything like this. This was a doctor who Trump saw on Fox News and he liked him. So he brings him on to the coronavirus task force. He's heading up the coronavirus task force now. This is the dumbass pushing herd immunity. When you study this and you go to Washington Post, WashingtonPost.com, they have a lot of good information that they're making free. The live updates they're making free. I have subscriptions to Washington Post and New York Times. You go Washington Post, New York Times, you go to NBC News, you look at their live updates. They have a whole section dealing with coronavirus. When you research this, you find out that the models, the projection models that they're using to gain for a significant portion of the U.S. population to become immune to coronavirus, COVID-19, meaning they are exposed to it and build up antibodies. Now, it's not clear how long these antibodies are going to last. Some estimates I've seen is like 3 months. The immunity to it will last 3 months. It's not going to be years. It's not going to be a year. It's not going to be 2 years in general. But for herd immunity to take place, you're looking at between 3 to 4 million people dying for herd immunity to take place. This is his master plan. This is his plan. This is his plan. This is what Trump is. This is his plan. Either that or hoping for a vaccine that, according to recent studies, probably a third of only maybe about a third or 39% of the U.S. population says they'll take the vaccine from the Trump administration. This is example of how elections have consequences. So the people that told you in 2016 don't vote, you go thank them if they're still alive. February 7th. It's a very tricky situation. It goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. The touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. That's February 7th. This was Joanne Reed, the readout, September 9th, 2020. The segment, I played it on my show the week before last. Joy Reid on Trump downplaying coronavirus dangers. Your president lied to you. Go watch this full segment at msnbc.com. Joy Reid on Trump downplaying coronavirus dangers. Your president lied to you. February 7th, when he was interviewed by Bob Woodward, this is what this fool said. He admitted that he knew it was transmitted through the air, even though he was downplaying it. Because we know February 28th, 2020, when he was at a campaign rally, Trump said that coronavirus was the Democrats' new hoax. All right, so this is Benedict Donald, the first Russian president of the United States. The first Russian president of the United States. All right, so look, we'll be back in a few minutes. This wasn't even what I was going to talk about, but I'm preparing for the Sunday night show, editing the video from last week's show. I'm recording commercials as well, so I'm doing a lot. This right here, Washington Post. Woodward book, Trump says he knew coronavirus was deadly and worse than the flu while intentionally misleading Americans. His national security advisor, Robert O'Brien, January 28th, 2020 said, quote, "This will be the biggest national security threat you face in your presidency." This man is a traitor and a liar, and he has blood on his hands. A lot of it, too. All right. So we'll be back shortly. I got to get ready for this broadcast. All right. Follow us here on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network. Follow me on my YouTube channel, Michael M. Hotep, IMHOTEP. Sign up for our email newsletter. Text the word Kemet, KEMET, to 22828. To sign up for our email newsletter. It's also at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Text the word Kemet, KEMET, to 22828 to sign up for our email newsletter. And then also you could donate to the African History Network, $, the AHN show through Cash App, $, the AHN show through Cash App, and through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. All right. All right. Right now it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And we'll be back shortly.